So starting in that comfortable seated position, whatever that means to you today, it might look different than yesterday and it might look different tomorrow, and that's okay. But wherever you're coming to, focusing on finding that alignment with head over heart, heart over center, right? A nice open line of energy in the torso. And from here, taking a big breath in through the nose, a big sigh out of the mouth. Let's do two more of those, letting go of everything that's happened leading up to this point today. Big breath in, big sigh out. One more. Let that last exhale soften or close the eyes. And bringing the awareness fully to the breath here. Letting your breath take 100% of your awareness in this moment. Feeling the muscles of the chest expand on the inhale. Feeling the muscles contract on the exhale. Each exhale an opportunity to soften the body, perhaps starting with the brow line, unhinging the jaw, letting there be some space between the teeth. And letting that be like a wave that cascades down the body, softening the muscles of the necks, the shoulders. Continuing down the spine towards the pelvis and the hips. Then all the way down the legs to the bottom of the feet. Acknowledging that the softer and more relaxed you are in this moment, the more you will be able to receive the benefits of this practice. Bringing that awareness back to the breath to deepen both the inhale and then elongate the exhale until it's twice as long as the inhale. Continuing to send messages to the brain that you are in a safe space. Nobody is going to ask you to do anything that you don't want to do in this next hour. Everything here is an offering. Nothing is mandatory. You get to exist exactly as you need to here. Continuing with those nice, long, slow exhales. And with that next inhale, bringing the awareness to the breath all the way down at the bottom of the belly. And as you breathe in, feel the belly button expand out. And then let that breath continue to rise up through the chest until you're inhaling all the way up to the collarbone. And then on the exhale, slowly releasing that breath back down to its starting point. Inhale, big breath in, filling belly, ribs, and upper chest. And exhaling that nice, long, slow, luxurious exhale all the way back to the starting point. Continuing with this 3-part Dirga breath. And if the mind wanders in this time, offer yourself love and compassion here. You're human. We are made to make errors, but we are also made to grow and shift and learn from them. What would it be like to love yourself through every fumble on the mat here today? To offer yourself a layer of compassion and empathy when the body doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. Softening all the hard edges on the mat so that you can leave this space a more compassionate, love-filled version of yourself. When you're ready, release that controlled state of breathing with that 3-part yoga breath. Bring a hand to the belly, a hand to the heart, and observe what's shifted. In a few moments of intentional breath work, controlled thoughts, of slowing down, having laid the foundation of love and compassion for your practice. And before we move here, I want you to offer 3 words of kindness to yourself. Could be 3 things you love about yourself. But take the time here to honor what you know to be true about yourself, the best parts of yourself. When you're ready, allow the eyelids to flutter open. Hands will drop down and lift up overhead till the palms touch, gaze lifts. And exhale, sliding the hands down to the heart, chin to chest. Inhale to come out and up. Exhale to slowly lower, returning to heart and home. 3 more of these breaths, perhaps even imagine that you're scooping up some love here. And exhale, bringing it down to that heart space to warm it and imbue it. And 1 more breath, biggest breath yet today. As you exhale, let the hands slide down to the thighs. Chin stays tucked in here. And inhale, roll an ear towards the shoulder. And exhale to come back through to center. Inhale on over to the other side. And exhale to return to center. So moving in a flow state here from side to side at a pace that is determined by your breath cycle. Keeping those shoulders soft like butter down the back body. And if you're finding any areas that are pinching, numbness, or tingling, give those areas a little extra love. Perhaps rocking back and forth, just pausing and experiencing. 1 more time on each side here. Finding balance in the body. And then inhaling to lift the head to come up all the way back through to center. Taking a big breath and squeezing the whole body tight here. And exhale to sigh out of the mouth. Inhale, big breath in. You can make fists, squeeze up the face. And exhale to soften. 1 more time, big breath in. And exhale to soften. Beautiful. From here, 1 hand connects firmly to the earth. And inhale, lifts the hand up towards the sky, reaching up. And exhale out and over to the side. From here, once you figured out how far down you're going to go, use an inhale to rotate that top shoulder back, lift the gaze. Pausing and breathing here for 3 breath cycles. Remembering that you have full permission to modify these movements, to change them. Letting your yoga look different than my yoga. It's all yoga. Inhale to come all the way back through to center. That opposite hand reaches up towards the ceiling. And exhaling out and over to the side. From here, inhale, roll that top shoulder back, lift the gaze. Honoring that each side of the body here is going to have different needs. This is your time to explore those needs. Inhale, big breath in, pulls us all the way back through to center. And then exhale, twist and turn. One hand finds the outer edge of the opposite knee. The other hand presses right in behind the sits bones. And turning to look back and behind the shoulder. Paying special attention here to keep head over heart, heart over center. The spine is the only thing that's moving here. Taking big, deep breaths with a nice, long, slow exhales. The breath serving to remind the body and the brain that you can soften in this space. Inhale to come back through to center, unravel, unwind, and then journey on over to the other side. Breathing deep here. Pausing for one more breath cycle, perhaps offering yourself more words of kindness. Inhale to come back through to center. If you're sitting on any props, you can scooch those out of the way. Bring the sits bones to the earth, feet come together in front of you, and giving yourself a little bit of love, a little massage here. You can start with squeezing the tips of the toes, working your way down to the foot, perhaps even getting in between the toes. Feel a little weird if it's not something you normally do. And perhaps rubbing gently at the heel, the ball of the foot, addressing the arches. And again, just like with the neck, if you find any areas that are holding tenderness, give it your love, your awareness, your compassion. What would it be like if you offered yourself love and compassion all day, every day? Making sure you get the heels and the tops of the feet as well here. And when the feet feel nice and loved on, you can interlace the fingers and wrap them around the toes or bring the hands to the shins here. Use an inhale to sit up nice and tall, lifting through the crown. That same inhale, the knees lift towards the ceiling. Exhale, softening down towards the earth. Settling in here, finding something that you can sustain and hold for 3 breath cycles. Lifting tall through the crown, and on an exhale, softening the shoulders, softening the muscles of the face. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, begin to lean forward as far as you can while keeping a nice flat back. So the moment those shoulders start to round, come back to the point where they were softened down the back body. This may be a few inches. There's nothing wrong about that. You might get all the way to the feet with a nice flat back. Wherever you are in your journey today, celebrate it. Inhale, big breath in, and then exhale. This time, round those shoulders. Elbows can come out side to side, or you can walk the hands out and in front of you. If you walk the hands out and in front, you have 2 options. You can go flat palms to the earth, or you can come up onto the fingertips to get a bit of a stretch in the armpit area. Remembering that the closer the feet are to the body, the deeper the stretch is. So if you're experiencing discomfort here, slowly rise up and try to reposition the feet farther away from the body. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, walk the hands over towards the right side of the yoga mat if the arms are extended. Breathing into the side body here, creating space. And then inhale to walk the hands back through to center. And exhale to journey on over towards the left side of the mat. Inhale to come back through to center once again and slowly rolling back up to a seated position. And then rolling forward onto hands and knees. So knees under hips, hands or fists under shoulders. Tucking that belly button up and in here, gaze gently on the earth in front of you. From here, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the belly button up and in, chin to chest. Inhale to drop the belly, let that heart space shine bright. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin, coming back to the heart. 3 more breath cycles here, moving at your own pace, your own divine timing. Inhale to return to that nice flat back. And from here, inhale, extend the left leg straight out, back and behind. You can either point those toes or flex the foot as if it's pressed against the wall, keeping the left hip in alignment with the right. So the leg, it's not a real high lift. It's just nice and even here. So a straight line from the tip of the head to the ankle here. And then inhale that right arm straight out and in front. Remembering that everything is an option here. You get to choose what works for you. Breathing deep, remembering it's a gentle class. So if this doesn't feel gentle to you, you get to modify it. Inhale, big breath in, and exhale to float the knee, the hand back to the earth. Now extending the right leg straight out and behind. Once again, pointed foot or flex as if it's flat against the wall. And then layering on that left arm if it feels appropriate to you. Breathing deep. Remembering that you have everything you need to be successful in this space. And are there some words of kindness that you could offer yourself right now? Inhale, big breath in. Exhale to flow everything back to the ground here. From here, walk the hands towards the front edge of the mat. Inhaling, big breath in. And then exhale, mount the forehead towards the earth. If the forehead doesn't connect to the earth, then you can take a block and place it under the forehead. Remembering yoga practice is about connection. So we always want to connect the body. Breathing deep here, softening and surrendering the shoulders, the upper back, the armpit, the chest muscles here. Perhaps rocking the forehead side to side to get a little massage on the brow line. And then inhale, sliding the hands back under the shoulders to return back to that tabletop pose. Inhale, right hand opens to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. That right shoulder comes all the way to the earth, right side of the face to the earth. Eyes could soften or close here if you'd like. You know exactly what you need to do. Breathing deep. Once again, offering yourself words of love, compassion, and kindness. Inhale, big breath in, pressing into that left palm to return back to that tabletop shape. And this time the left hand lifts towards the sky. And on an exhale, following that breath all the way down to the earth, left shoulder to the earth, left side of the face to the earth. Breathing deep here. Inhale, big breath in, pressing into the earth with the right hand to return to tabletop. One more time. And then this time, extending the right leg straight out, back and behind. Exhale, bend that knee, step the foot all the way up and through here. And then tuck the back toes under to step the left foot up to meet the right foot, coming into a forward fold. If the hands don't reach the earth, you could use a block here. You could bend the knees, or hands can hug opposite elbows. Whatever you choose, let gravity do the work here. Letting the backs of the legs open up, breathing deep. Inhaling slowly with control, one vertebrae at a time, rolling up to a standing position. The head is the last thing that lifts, bringing you all the way up to mountain. Feet hip width distance apart, slight bitty baby micro bend in the knees, thighs active and engaged, pulling towards each other, pelvis slightly tilted, and then that lifts you all the way up through the crown. Shoulders soften down the back body, hands active side to side. Standing here in your strength and your power. What is it like to be a being of both strength and love, power and compassion? Inhale, big breath in the arms, lift overhead, gaze follows. Exhale to dive all the way down to the toes. Inhale, hands to knees, halfway lift, or a variation of your choosing. And then exhale back down to the toes. Inhale, bend the knees, lift and rise high to the sky. Gaze follows the palms. And exhale to slide the hands down to the heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale back down to the earth. Inhale, bend the knees, lift and rise. And exhale to return home to the heart. One more time. Inhale to rise. Exhale to dive. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale back down to the toes. Inhale, bend those knees, lift and rise high to the sky. And exhale to slide the hands down to the heart. Pausing here for a big breath in, a big breath out. From here, inhale, lift the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, rotate palms out, swim the hands back and behind, interlacing the fingers, pulling the hands back and down. Exhaling, leaning back here, gaze lifts, opening up that heart space. What would it be like to feel your heart 5% more? And then inhaling, coming back through to center, standing tall, fingers staying interlaced. And exhale, begin to forward fold. Arms lifted up and back, coming into a modified yoga mudra. Pausing to breathe here, where the wisdom of the heart is elevated above the wisdom of the head. Pausing here for another full breath cycle. And then inhale to slowly roll back up with control, back up to standing. And once you've made it all the way, release the hands and let them float forward. Inhale, the hands come to the heart, palms together, lifting the hands up towards the sky. And exhale, bend at the elbows, bringing the hands to what is called the back of the heart. Pausing here, once again, breathing into that armpit space, softening all of the muscles around the chest area. Inhale, big breath in, hands lift and rise back up. And exhale, they slide all the way down. All right, we're going to do some rotations of the joints. We're going to love on our joints in this love practice. So we'll start standing tall and mountain. Hands can come to hips. And we're going to start with the left foot, circling the ankle, making sure that you come onto the tops of the toes when you circle the ankle. It also stretches out the top of the foot as well. And then reverse going in the other direction. Plant that foot to the earth and we'll come to the other side. This is called, and I'm going to butcher, it's Dala Chandrasana, reverse going the opposite direction, which is 8 rotations of the spine, which is what is the first step to anyone studying martial arts. Wow. You know, if you're living in Asia at least. All right, bringing that foot down to the earth, hands can soften, and we'll start with nose circles. So first in one direction. And then reversing. So for anyone that's counting, we're doing 8 rotations in each direction. And then with the arms still limp at the sides, then we'll do some shoulder rolls. And then reverse. Beautiful. Now we'll move to a twist. So inhale, twist, turn. We want one hand to hit sort of where the kidney is and the other to come up by the shoulder. And then we'll come to the other side. So if you're familiar with knocking on heaven's doors or empty coat sleeves, this is much more gentle and slower pace than that. And one more time on each side. Coming back through to center, we're going to bring the forearms together to touch, interlace the fingers, and we're going to do almost like figure 8 shapes. And then reverse. Usually the second direction is trickier than the first. It's good for the brain, I promise. All right, softening those, and then hip circles. So these are pretty bitty baby hip circles. And then reverse. And then last but not least, we're going to bring feet together, knees together, bend the knees slightly to bring the hands to the knees, and we'll do knee circles. And reverse. Beautiful. Inhale to lift and rise. Bring a hand to the belly, hand to the heart. Eyes soften or close. Do a scan of the body. How are you feeling? What's shifting, changing, growing inside of you right now? What's begging to be seen and acknowledged in this moment? And then celebrating yourself for all the progress you've made thus far today. On the next inhale, let the eyes flutter open. Take a step up towards the front of the mat. And inhale, the arms lift up and overhead. And exhale to dive all the way down to the toes. Bending the knees, firmly planting the hands, and take a big step back about a leg's length with the right leg. And then drop the back knee to the ground. Back toes can stay tucked, or you can come onto the tops of those feet. Front knee over front ankle and coming into a runner's lunge. This could be a nice place to have blocks under the hands. Softening the shoulders down the back body, and then just looking down, making sure that there's some space between the left foot and the right knee. So we're thinking railroad tracks rather than tightrope here. This will give you a solid stance. Then from here, inhale, the arms come back, and exhale, you lift and rise to the sky. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, keeping those hips nice and squared here. And softening, surrendering to this pose. What does this shape have to teach you today? Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, front, left hand floats down to the left knee. Slide it back, that thigh to slide back, that hip back even more. And then exhale, the right hand leans out and over to the left side. So little gentle side stretch here on top of this low lunge. Inhale pulls you back through to center, both hands lifted. And with control on an exhale, the hands come back to the earth. Right hand or fist connects to the earth. And then inhale, twist open to the left as the left hand lifts to the sky. Gaze can be straight ahead or lifted towards the ceiling, yogi's choice. Breathing deep here. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale to float that hand back down to the ground. And then inhaling, big breath in. Lean the hips back, toes lift towards the ceiling. Exhale to lean forward. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, pull that left hip back, hinging from the hips. And exhale to return to your starting point. And 1 more time. Once you're back in your runner's lunge, hands connect to the earth. The left foot comes back to meet the right, returning to a tabletop shape. Inhale, extend the right leg straight back and behind. And then exhale, bend that knee, step the foot all the way up and through, coming to a runner's lunge on the other side. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Nice straight line of energy from the tip of the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Abdomen is active and engaged here. As you inhale, the arms back, and exhale, lift and rise towards the sky. Breathing deep here. Hands could always be on the hips or at heart center. Remembering that you get to choose what your yoga looks like. Inhaling, big breath in. Exhale, float the right hand down to the right knee. Slide that hand down the thigh, all the way to that hip crease, pulling that right hip back even further. And then on an exhale, leaning that left hand over and out to the right side of the mat. Breathing deep here, welcoming this full body sensation. And then inhale, big breath in to return back through to center. Exhale with control, power, and grace, returning back to the earth. Left hand or fist connects to the earth as you begin to turn and open to the right side as the right hand lifts towards the sky. Breathing deep here. Remembering that you have everything you need to be successful in this space. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale to float that hand down to the earth. From here, inhale, you can walk those hands back as the right hip pulls back, right toes lift towards the sky. And exhale to come forward. 2 more times. Inhale to come back. Chin tucks to chest. Exhale to come forward. 1 more time. Beautiful. Once again, connect the palms to the earth. Step that right foot back, sitting back on the heels and coming onto the side of the hips so that you can pivot your feet out and in front. Bring yourself to the middle of the mat and slowly lower yourself to lay down on the earth. Once you're down here, reach down and make sure that you can just touch your heels with your middle fingers. Once you've established that, palms flat onto the earth, and inhale, begin to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Option to tuck one shoulder under the back body and then the other here, interlacing the fingers, making fists. So pressing into feet, fists, arms, shoulder, and head here to lift the chest towards the chin and the chin towards the sky. Maintaining a natural arc to the neck here. Breathing deep. Holding this for 3 more breath cycles. So if there's any adjustments you need to make, any micro movements, now is the time. Really pressing into the feet to take the pressure off of the glutes here. Inhaling, big breath in. Exhale to slowly soften. Vertebrae by vertebrae, the hips return to the earth. Walking the feet to be the width edge of the mat here and windshield wipering the legs side to side. Getting a nice little bonus massage on the glutes as you do so. The next time the knees come back through to center, kick the feet up and hug the knees in towards the chest. Once again, gently rocking side to side. Now moving that massaging gesture up to the low back. And then keeping that right knee hugged into the chest, extend just the left leg out. And then let go of that right leg, pressing into the earth and gently shimmying the hips a few inches to the right. And then on an exhale, bring that right leg over towards the left side of the mat. Arms can open up at shoulder height here. And last but not least, turning the head to look over the right shoulder. Breathing deep here in this supine twist. Extended foot is nice and active. And if there's any thoughts that came up in your practice today that are hindering your journey of self-love, now is the time to release them. Inhale to unravel, unwind, coming back through to center, pressing into the sole of that right foot to recenter the hips, and then extending the right leg out and hugging that left knee into the chest. From there, bringing the left sole of the foot into the earth so that you can bring the hips a few inches to the left. And on an exhale, the left knee comes towards the right side of the yoga mat. Arms open up wide side to side, and the head turns to look over the left shoulder. Making sure that neck stays in alignment with the rest of the spine so the head isn't to the left here, even though it's turned to the left. Inhaling, big breath in to come back through to center here, realigning those hips by pressing into the left foot and taking one full minute here to stretch and move in a way that is exactly what you need right now. It doesn't need to be per se a yoga move, right? It could just be whatever would be nourishing to you right now. Honoring your body and its needs. And offering yourself one last time in this practice some loving words. What is something extraordinary that you have or are or offer to the world? And then settling into our Shavasana, which is going to be a metta meditation today. So if you'd like to take that seated, you can gently make your way up to a comfortable seat now, or you can lay out in a traditional Shavasana shape, legs long, palms face up, side to side. Once you've made your choice, allow the eyes to soften and go inward. Taking 3 deep breaths here to ground in. And then beginning by calling into your mind's eye the image of someone you love, someone that you absolutely adore. And it could even be a plant or a pet, whatever it is, call it tenderly into your consciousness now. And offer these words 3 times. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. Releasing the image of this person and calling up the image of someone who grinds your gears, someone that is not your favorite person. And once they're there and you can see them, offering them these words 3 times. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. One more time. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. Releasing the image of this person and calling now into your mind's eye the image of yourself. And gift yourself these same words. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be filled with peace. May I be free of all suffering and anxiety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be filled with peace. May I be free of all suffering and anxiety. One more time. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be filled with peace. May I be free of all suffering and anxiety. Gently releasing this image of yourself. And now calling into your consciousness the face of every person you've ever loved, every person you've ever liked, every person you've ever met. And then continue to add the face of every person on the planet that you have yet to meet until all of humanity is spread out before you like a sea. And offer yourself and then these people, your words 3 times. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. One more time. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be filled with peace. May you be free of all suffering and anxiety. Releasing this image, this sea of people slowly fading away until you are once again left with yourself. On an inhale, with the eyes still softened or closed, bringing the palms together in front of the heart and rubbing them vigorously to create some heat and friction. And then placing one hand over the heart and then the other hand over that. Feeling that warmth, the softening and comfort that comes with it. Letting this idea of love reverberate through your being. When the time feels right, bringing the palms together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And we will close our practice with 3 ohms. Big breath in. My wish for you on this day and every day that follows is peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Thank you for practicing today.